National Football League.
It is Monday Night Football here from the Emerald City in Seattle. It's the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks Week 7 action. The second game of our Monday night doubleheader. Home of the 12s, the Seahawks take the field. Seahawks coming into this game 4-2 in a battle for the NFC West. Texans looking to turn their season back around, looking to get back to 500. They come in 2-3 on the year. The Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks doing battle. This matchup, despite being AFC versus NFC, actually has quite a bit of history with it. Usually a great game when these two teams meet. Seahawks won the toss and elected to defer, and away we go here on a Monday night from Seattle, Washington. From inside the 5, the return by Houston will bring him out to the 25-yard line. So here comes C.J. Stroud and company out on the field. Slow start to the year for Houston. Coming off of a win against Baltimore, though their best game of the year against a depleted Ravens team, 44-10, the final score last week. Back-to-back wins for them after starting off the season 0-3. So looking to continue the momentum here on the road in Seattle on Monday Night Football. Nick Chubb has been a workhorse for the Houston Texans offense. He gets it on first down, and he's brought down after getting across the line of scrimmage. Boye Mafe brings him down after a pickup of 2. So second down here, opening drive for Houston. Here on a Monday night from Seattle. Stroud throw for the first time, dumps it off for Chubb, and a good tackle at the 30-yard line. Bring up third down and 4. Seattle swarms them on that one. And now Seattle's defense looking to force a 3-and-out to start the game. Third and 4 for Houston on their opening drive. Empty backfield now here for Stroud. Play clock down to 3. Stroud on third down, steps up, gonna run it. A lot of room in front, and he's got a first down and more. Goes through the contact, and a first down near midfield for C.J. Stroud. Goes right through. No sliding here. Third down conversion for Houston to start the game. Good coverage downfield by Seattle, but then nobody in front of C.J. Stroud. And hands on heads early for the 12s here at Lumen Field. First down and 10 here for Houston, approaching midfield on their opening drive after they pick up their first down of the game. Play action, Stroud fires, pass caught, Nico Collins to the 35-yard line. Good strike by Stroud, and Houston's on the move to start the game. And they are fired up here in Seattle. First down up to the 36-yard line. Opening drive continues here for Houston. Play action and a bootleg. Stroud on the run. Finds Schultz, the tight end. Brought down immediately by by Julian Love. And a gain of 5. Second down. This Houston offense trying to pick up where they left off against Baltimore, scoring 44 points, their season high. It's a depleted Ravens team, but they're coming off their best win of the season. They've won 2 straight. Stroud on second down. Over the middle. Pass is caught. First down, Nico Collins. Inside the 20, working it on Witherspoon. And Houston marching the field on their opening drive. First down at the 18-yard line here for the Texans. They hand it off to Chubb. Left side, big hole. Inside the 10. First and goal inside the 5. That was actually Marks on the carry, and it's first and goal Houston at the 3-yard line is where they spot it. First and goal at the 3-yard line here for Houston. Opening drive. Here's Chubb, left side, stuffed. Lost a yard back inside the 5 at the 4, second and goal. So second and goal at the 4-yard line now. They spread everybody out wide. Marks back in at running back. He gets it, and he gets blasted right across the line by Jaron Reed. And now third and goal back at the 6-yard line. And Seattle's defense looking to stand strong down near the goal line. Long opening drive continues. We're over 5.5 minutes gone by. Third down and goal from the 6. Stroud on third and goal, steps up. Stroud brought down from behind by Boye Mafe, short of the end zone. And now decision time on fourth and goal. Tried to do it with his legs again, almost got free. Then Boye Mafe tracks him down, and now fourth down. And they're going to go for it from the 2-yard line. Fourth and goal, Chubb the running back. Extra tight end into the right. To throw Stroud to the outside, wide open, touchdown! On fourth and goal, the Texans strike. It's Bryant, the tight end. And what an opening drive for the Houston Texans here on the road. They took almost half the quarter off the clock. 8:40 to go in the first. Opening drive just now finished. Mike McDonald not happy on the sideline. And it's 7-0 Houston. 11 plays, 74 yards, over 6 minutes off the clock to start this game. And what a start for the Houston offense. And now we'll see how Seattle responds. Fairbairn on to send it away for Houston. Seattle trails 7-0 here early at home. From the 5-yard line, the return will bring him out to the 26. And that'll bring out Sam Darnold, the game manager here in Seattle. First year with the Seahawks, off to a pretty good start. 4-2 record. And he trails 7-0 here early at home. See what he's got up his sleeve. Jackson Smith-Njigba has been incredible. That man right there, Torrey Horton at the bottom, number 15, had his breakout game against New Orleans in week 3. Kenneth Walker, still know what he can do. A 1-2 punch with him and Zach Charbonnet in the backfield. So we'll see what the Seahawks have in response, trailing 7-0 to start this game. They started off with Walker up the middle, and he gets met at the 30-yard line. And a pickup of 3 on first down. There's the spotlight right there. Jackson Smith-Njigba, one of the top receivers in the league to start this season. Second down and 7 at the 29. Walker again, right side, bounces it to the edge, spins off of one tackle and then quickly brought down. Third down coming up here for the Seahawks on their opening drive. Looking to avoid going 3 and out to start this game. Third down and 4. We've seen back-to-back runs for Walker and now Darnold from the shotgun. Extra man on the blitz. Darnold fires down the side, up to get it. Cooper Kupp, what a catch. And a first down inside the 40. That is flashes of his prime days in Los Angeles. Goes up, throws it up, and what a catch up in the air by Cooper Kupp. And he almost stayed upright, and he had a lot of room if he did. but Seattle converts on third down. First down and 10 at the 43-yard line after the third down conversion. Play action, Darnold hit as he gets rid of it, and it sails incomplete over the head of Smith and Jigba, and he was pressured right away by Hunter. Second down. Second down and 10 at the 43-yard line after the incompletion. Charbonnet and Walker both in the game. Darnold stands in, fires down the seam, overshot, and incomplete. Looking for the tight end Arroyo, and it's third down and 10.
He was defended by Derek Stingley.
Third down and 10 now here for the Seahawks. Opening drive. They had a third down conversion a few plays ago, and now third down and 10. Need to get to the Texans' 47-yard line to convert. Extra man comes again. Darnold, quick hitter, caught but short to Elijah Arroyo. Right around midfield, that's fourth down, and here comes the punt team. So one first down and then a punt here for the Seahawks on their opening drive.
Michael Dixon to punt for the Seahawks.
So the Aussie, Michael Dixon, on to punt it away. Gets it off clean, looking to pin him back deep. And it goes in the end zone. So Houston will start at the 20-yard line. Excellent opening drive to start this game. A fourth down touchdown down near the goal line. And now out for drive number 2. See what C.J. Stroud and company have up their sleeve to try to extend this early lead they have in Seattle. First down at 10, start of the drive at the 20-yard line. It's Chubb. He gets hit and dropped. Julian Love playing down near the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 1 on first down for Nick Chubb. Good play there by Julian Love, and he's hyped up about it. Second and long on the way for Houston. Ball at the 19-yard line now, second down and 11. To throw, Stroud setting up a screen. This is Marks. Got a block out in front. Good play by Woolen, who drags him down. He shedded the contact, and Tariq Woolen makes the tackle, and now third down and 10. Grabbed him by the arm and just held him back. And now Seattle's defense looking to force a 3 and out. Ball at the 20-yard line, third down and 10. Extra man on the blitz. Stroud stands in, pocket breaking down, spins away to his left. Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. The pressure by Seattle. Byron Murphy, the coverage downfield. Fourth down, Houston, 3 and out. So Tommy Townsend on to punt it away here for Houston. 3 and out forced by the Seahawks defense. Right down the middle of the field. And Horton takes it just shy of the 40-yard line. So here comes Seattle back out. A first down and then a punt around midfield. Their first time out. Sam Darnold and company will start at the 38-yard line. .428 to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 Houston here on a Monday night from the Pacific Northwest, the Emerald City in Seattle. Big night for Seattle sports. Seattle Mariners game 7. Seahawks on Monday Night Football. Here's Walker, who gets stuffed across the line and maybe a yard on first down. So Kenneth Walker, a guy who has been kind of riddled with injuries since he came up into the NFL. The Seahawks have a 1-2 punch with him and Zach Charbonnet, who have both been pretty good. When they're healthy, they're an incredible 1-2 punch in the Seattle running game. Second and 9 here for the Seahawks. It's Darnold setting up a screen for Walker with a blocker in front. Down the sideline he goes, breaks a tackle, and a first down into Houston territory. Beautiful play call on second down to Kenneth Walker, and he shows off his strength on the far sideline. First down, Seahawks. So first down, Seattle, just outside the 40 in an empty backfield. There is nobody covering Elijah Arroyo at the bottom of the screen. Walker moving around in the backfield. Darnold swings it out to Walker, and he can't escape. Loss of one. Stingley comes up to make the tackle, and it's second down and long here for Seattle.
Brings up second and 11 at the 43-yard line.
And he does the LeBron celebration after the tackle for loss. Second down and 11. Walker again moving around. Empty backfield now for Darnold. Four-man rush. Darnold underneath. Caught. That's Torrey Horton who makes the catch across the 35-yard line, setting up a more manageable third down situation here for Seattle. We mentioned the breakout game Horton had against New Orleans back in week 3. He was a workhorse against the Saints. Had a punt return for a touchdown, a couple receiving touchdowns. And now third down and 3 here for Seattle. Trips receivers to the left side, 5 receivers out. Darnold floats it down the middle. Into double coverage, it's caught! Cooper Kupp inside the 5, and it's first and goal. He has made a couple great catches over the top of Houston defenders, and a little flick of the wrist from Darnold sets up first and goal to go. In between two defenders goes up Cooper Kupp. And now first and goal from inside the 5-yard line here for Seattle. From the 2-yard line, Zach Charbonnet checks in at running back. Extra tight end into the left side and in motion. Charbonnet, he's got it, touchdown! His first touch of the game results in a touchdown for Seattle, and what a drive. Set up by the big catch by Cooper Kupp to get him down there. One play later, Seattle is an extra point away from tying the game. Jason Myers on for the extra point to tie us at 7 apiece. And he delivers. 7-7 our score in the first quarter. A 6-play, 61-yard drive by the Seahawks. The big strike to Cooper Kupp on third down. And then the Zach Charbonnet 2-yard touchdown run to even us up. 1:04 to go in the opening quarter, and a good start here from the Emerald City. Jason Myers sends it away for the Seahawks from the 6-yard line. The return for Houston makes a man miss and gets to the 30 before he's clobbered there. Kobe Bryant the hit for Seattle, and now here comes C.J. Stroud. A great opening drive. They went down and scored a touchdown, took almost half the quarter. 3 and out there last time, and now we're tied at 7 apiece. First down, started the drive at the 31-yard line here for Houston. It's Stroud. Good protection up front. Fires a dart. There's Collins. And Nico Collins on one play takes it into Seattle territory. He's been busy in this opening quarter for Houston. His third catch and a big play. Good start to the drive for the Texans offense. Man coverage going downfield for Seattle. They had Job in coverage, and Nico Collins makes him pay. So first down for Houston into Seahawks territory. This could be the final play of the opening quarter, depending on the result. Here is Chubb up the middle, and he's dragged down from behind. And that should take us to the end of the first quarter here in Seattle. Back and forth start. Houston started it off with the touchdown. Seattle a couple drives later responds. And after one, we are knotted up at 7 apiece in the Pacific Northwest. Monday Night Football, Week 7, tied at 7 in Seattle. Start of the second quarter here at Lumen Field from Seattle. Monday Night Football, second game of the doubleheader to close out Week 7. And we're tied at 7 here. Houston with the ball into Seahawks territory just across the 40-yard line. And they have a 2nd and 5 in front of them to start the new quarter. On second down, a play action throw. Kirk makes the catch in heavy traffic. First down across the 35. First catch of the game for Christian Kirk and a first down for Houston. And they're on the verge of field goal range, if not already inside of field goal range here on this drive. Now they're going to go under center here on first down. It's Chubb, cuts it back, and Chubb lowers his shoulder to the 20-yard line. He took Kobe Bryant for a ride, and a first down to the 20-yard line. Nick Chubb has been excellent this year for Houston. And he shows it right there, shows off his strength, lowering his shoulder, and just on the edge of the red zone now at the 20-yard line, first down. Chubb again, bounces it to the edge this time. Shoulders another Seahawk down, that was Love. And Mafe comes over to make the tackle, and we have an injured Seahawk. It's Jaron Reed, grabbing at his lower leg. Looks to be just a cramp for Reed there, getting the calf stretched out. 2nd and 6 on the way here for Houston at the 16-yard line. Mike McDonald, defensive-minded coach. What does he have up his sleeve against C.J. Stroud and company? On the move into the red zone, 2nd and 6 to the 16-yard line. Marks checks back in at running back. And in motion. Stroud, pressure coming. He's sacked, ball's out. Picked up by a lineman who's going to run it upfield, break a tackle, and pick up a first down. Every lineman's dream, and he sets up 1st and goal. How about that? It's Ernsey, the left tackle. Oh, he shoved Job down. So 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Chubb right up the middle, powering his way inside the 5. 2nd and goal. Second and goal at the 5-yard line. Extra tight end into the right. Collins, nobody's covering him. They hand it off. And Chubb gets brought down at the 4-yard line. Stroud didn't see it, but there was nobody covering Nico Collins at the top. And he could have just had a walk-in touchdown. Instead, 3rd down and goal. Third and goal at the 4-yard line. Stroud, screen, Chubb, walks in, touchdown. Nick Chubb through the air gives Houston the lead here in the second quarter on a walk-in touchdown from 4 yards out. .11:42 to go in the second. And Houston jumps in front with their second touchdown of the first half. Amy Fairbairn on for the extra point to try to give Houston a 7-0 lead, and he converts. And we have an injured Seahawk on that extra point. It's Boye Mafe, who's down grabbing at his back. So Houston takes the lead here early in the second, 14-7 our score. Off to an entertaining start here in Seattle. Amy Fairbairn on to send it away back to the Seahawks in a 7-point Houston lead. From the 6-yard line. The return out across the 30 to the 35. That was Young on the return, and now here comes Sam Darnold and company. Touchdown drive there last time. A big play to Cooper Kupp to get him down. Zach Charbonnet finished it off with the 2-yard touchdown run, and now they trail by 7 again, looking to do what they did there last time they touched the ball. We have not seen Jackson Smith and Jigba at all in this game so far. No catches through that first quarter plus. First down, Seattle, starting at the 35-yard line. Started off with a Walker run, tried to bounce it to the edge, and he gets swarmed behind the line. Loss of a yard, maybe a yard and a half on first down, brings up 2nd and long for Seattle. Empty backfield here for Darnold on 2nd and 11. 4-man rush. Darnold stands in, fires, caught. Walker breaks a tackle, and Walker's got a first down to midfield. What an effort by Kenneth Walker. Spins off of the contact, showing off his strength, and a first down for the Seahawks. Look at this. He had 2 guys on him. Big hit, and then he just spun away. Lassiter tried to lay the shoulder into him, and it didn't work. So first down for Seattle and Kenneth Walker. Pumped up are the Seahawks after that strength. First down right at midfield. That's the tight end Arroyo in motion. They give it to Walker, left side. Fighting through again, Kenneth Walker gains 8. And he is running with fire. 8 more yards for number 9. K9 as they call him here in Seattle. So 2nd down and 2 after the pickup of 8 by Walker. He remains in the game. And they fake it to him this time. Darnold on the bootleg finds Horton for a first down. Beautiful play call on 2nd and short. And Torrey Horton makes the catch to move the chains inside the Houston 40-yard line. Sam Darnold has been a game manager. Taking over this year, first year with the Seahawks, coming over from Minnesota. That excellent regular season run with the Vikings last year. Another play fake and another bootleg, and it's dropped by Arroyo. Throw was a little behind him, but that's one Arroyo's got to bring in, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 at the 39 now. I formation. And Walker. Right side. Breaking through tackles again. And another first down run for Kenneth Walker. The first guy never brings him down. And 11 yards moves the chains. First down, Seattle. First down, Seattle on the move inside the Houston 30. Walker again. Trying to find some space in the middle, and he gets turned back at the 25. Pickup of 3. Al Shire, the tackle. So Seattle historically has been a ground and pound team. Kenneth Walker showing that here in this first half. 2nd and 7. Darnold to throw this time. Steps up, throws over the middle, incomplete. He had a lot of room in front of him if he wanted to run it. He tried to check it down to Walker at the last second and couldn't convert. Now 3rd down. So 3rd down and 7 now for Seattle. Need to get to the 18. Darnold floats it to the end zone. Jump ball knocked away and incomplete, nearly picked off. He was looking for Walker, and Stewart was there defensively. It's 4th down, and here comes the field goal team. And again, we have not said Jackson Smith-Njigba's name yet, unless we're talking about him not getting the ball. So 4th down, they throw a jump ball up in the end zone to their running back, and they can't convert. Jason Myers on to try to make it a 4-point game. 42 yards away. Right hash, and Myers historically has been very good. Knocks it through to make it a 4-point game. So Seattle responds to the Houston touchdown with a field goal, and we've got a 14-10 ball game about halfway through the second quarter. Jason Myers on to send it away for the Seahawks. From the 5-yard line. Return out near the 30-yard line is where Houston will begin. C.J. Stroud, couple touchdown drives, 2 touchdown passes, 1 to his tight end, and 1 to Nick Chubb on their previous drive. 14-10, Houston with the ball and the lead here halfway through, just about halfway through the second quarter in Seattle. Start off with the jumbo package in, and they hand it to Chubb, and he gets stuffed at the line by Williams. Maybe a yard for Chubb on 1st down, brings up 2nd and 9. So both of these running backs throwing haymakers back and forth at each other. Kenneth Walker on one side, Nick Chubb on the other. 2nd and 9 for Stroud. Pocket breaking down, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. DeMarcus Lawrence breathing down his neck, and now 3rd down and 9. And Seattle looking to force another 3 and out. They've already forced 1 in this first half. Third and 9 at the 29. Stroud pressured, Lawrence sacked. First sack of the game belongs to the Seahawks defense, and it's DeMarcus Lawrence who gets home to bring up 4th down. And the 12s love it. He almost got home on the previous play, forced the incompletion, and he gets home on 3rd down, and Houston goes 3 and out. Townsend on to punt it away here for Houston. Back deep, Torrey Horton for Seattle. Right down the middle of the field again. Fair caught at the 32-yard line. So that's where Kenneth Walker and company will come out. Through the air, 3 catches, 33 yards for Walker. He's been a workhorse in this first half for Seattle. The running game has looked good. The air attack has looked pretty good as well. Seattle trailing by 4 with a chance to go down and take the lead if they can get into the end zone. We have not seen Jackson Smith-Njigba yet. A couple catches for Torrey Horton, a couple big catches for Cooper Kupp, and then Kenneth Walker out of the backfield as well. First down at the 32-yard line for Seattle. Play action to start the drive. Darnold sets up deep in the pocket, steps up, going to run, and get brought down at the 35. Gain of 3 for Sam Darnold on 1st down. 6 minutes to go here before halftime. Straight drop back, deep in the pocket, Darnold. Pocket breaking down again, and he spikes it into the turf. 3rd down. Pressure getting home on Sam Darnold, causing errant throws. So now 3rd down and 7 for Seattle, looking to avoid going 3 and out, and they empty the backfield here for Darnold. And now Walker comes back in. Darnold with another deep drop. Pressured up the middle. Ball comes out. Houston picks it up, and they're going to take it back for a touchdown. Scoop and score for Houston. Will Anderson. Pressure right up the middle. Look at the bodies around him. It was all white jerseys. Darnold coughs up the football, and Houston strikes on defense. Jackson Smith-Njigba looks on. Still no touches for him. A defensive strike for Houston. The scoop and score. And it's an 11-point Texans lead. 21-10 with 5:31 to go before halftime. What a strike by the Houston defense. The sack of Sam Darnold, the fumble by Sam Darnold, the scoop and score. And the touchdown defensively for Houston. 21-10 now our score for the Texans here on the road. Fairbairn on to send it away again. 21-10 Houston. Clicking on all cylinders. Here's Young from the 5. Across the 25 is where Seattle will begin. Right back out there, the Seahawks offense. Sam Darnold, Kenneth Walker. Going to strategize here for the Seahawks, who just gave up a defensive touchdown. So 5:28 to go before halftime. Seattle needs to go down and try to get back into this game. Remember, they do start the second half with the football, so if you go down, take some time off the clock and score, you're right back in business. But you got to get through this Houston defense, who's fresh off of a touchdown, so they're going to be playing with fire. First down, Seahawks, starting at the 26. Right back to the air, Sam Darnold, man, a strike to Torrey Horton for a first down. Good start to the drive, much needed start to the drive after coughing up the football their last time. First down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So we're under 5 minutes to go here before halftime. First down, Seattle. RPO screen. Cooper Kupp gets some yardage up the middle. Gain of 5. Second down. Half the yardage needed on first down at 10. Still no Jackson Smith-Njigba. When will they get him going? Just getting Smith-Njigba the ball is a winning recipe in Seattle. Play action, Darnold out to his left, being chased and throws it out of bounds. Third down coming up. There's no one open down the field. Darnold ends up on his back again, and third down coming up. Empty backfield here for Darnold on third down at 5. Four-man rush by the Texans. Darnold floats it downfield and incomplete for Kupp. Childress the coverage. Fourth down Seattle. And the punt team comes out once again for the Seahawks. And the 12s are starting to get a little stir-crazy here after their offense is stalling. Michael Dixon on to punt it away for the Seahawks. Trailing by 11, and Houston's going to get the ball back. This one is going to bound inside the 5 and just does touch the goal line for a touchback. So here comes this Houston offense back out. 11-point lead now for them. They haven't had to do a whole lot recently. Their defense scored a touchdown to extend the lead. Now C.J. Stroud and company coming back out. 11-point lead, looking to add on to it before halftime. Kind of blow this game open here on the road. Houston, after a slow start to the season, coming off of 2 straight wins, a big win against Baltimore last week. And now here on the road in Seattle, looking good. Here is Kirk on an underneath throw, and he's brought down immediately. Second down and 4 after a pickup of 6. Second down and 4 at the 26-yard line. Here's a flip to Chubb, hit in the backfield and dropped back at the 20-yard line. Good play by DeMarcus Lawrence, and it's third down.
Brought down back at the 21-yard line.
Third down and 9, and this is a big play for the Seahawks defense. Stroud has time, underneath, caught, first down, down the sideline he goes to the 40-yard line, and a conversion on third down and 9, and a big play for Houston. 13 yards to move the chains. Houston does have to snap it one more time here before the 2-minute warning. They hand it off to Chubb, and he gets brought down after a couple of yards by Ernest Jones, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning here in the first half. 21-10, Houston with the ball and the lead approaching halftime in Seattle. Second and 7 for Houston, 2 minutes to go before halftime. Stroud, quick throw on the slant, caught by Nico Collins, about a yard shy of the first, and third down and 1 is on the way. Third down and 1, big play here for Seattle again. Handoff, Marks, can't get there. Brought down from behind by Hall. And Seattle will call a timeout. They bring up a fourth down, and here comes the punt team for Houston. Good defensive stop by the Seahawks defense. Tommy Townsend on to punt it away. Minute and a half to go before halftime. This one goes straight out of bounds, and a bad punt will go out of bounds at the 30-yard line or around it. And that's where Seattle will begin. Minute 29 to go before halftime. Remember, Seattle starts the second half with the football. So if they can go down and score here, they can kind of do the 1-2 punch to get right back into business. Their offense off to a decent start in this first half, but then the last few drives have not gone very well. So we'll see what Sam Darnold and the company have up their sleeve here, trailing by 11 here before halftime. On first down, a pump fake by Darnold, a dump off by Darnold. Torrey Horton gains 8 on first down. Clock continues to tick down. Near a minute 15 and counting. 2 timeouts left for Seattle. All 3 for Houston. They're at the 37-yard line. Nearing the 1-minute mark to go here before halftime. It's Darnold on the run down the sideline. It's caught, but out of bounds, incomplete. Torrey Horton couldn't get the feet down, and Darnold ends up on his back again. It's third down and 2. Empty backfield here for Darnold again on third down. Need 2 yards to keep the drive alive. It's Darnold to a quick hitter and a first down to Arroyo near the 45. Timeout Seattle with 53 seconds to go. First down at the 45-yard line. Arroyo in motion. They hand it off. Walker, room to run off the right side, and then he meets a wall. Interesting play call there for the Seahawks. They're around midfield, and the clock continues to tick. Down to 40 seconds and counting, and Seattle's not in much of a hurry either. Interesting. You'd have to think Seattle wants to get down the field more. wasting a lot of time. We're under 30 seconds to go. Darnold, quick hitter, caught, burst into the open field for Horton, and a first down across the 40. That's a big play for Seattle. They're in field goal range now for Myers, but now they're letting the clock wind still. So Seattle must be playing for the field goal here, which is interesting. They've let a lot of time come off the clock here. We're down under 10 seconds. They come up to the ball, 6 seconds, 5, and now they finally call a timeout with 4 seconds. That was weird clock management for the Seahawks, and this is not a gimme field goal here for Jason Myers. He's trying to make it an 8-point game if he can convert. So this is not going to be a gimme for Myers, who's out there to try to close out the half of the field goal. 53 yards, and Myers got it. 1 second still remains in the half, and Seattle content with the field goal to make it an 8-point game. And they get the ball to start the second half as well. So we'll get a kickoff and then probably halftime. Here in Seattle, 8-point Houston lead, 21-13. Myers sends it away. We'll see what the strategy here on this kickoff is. And he sends it through the end zone. So Houston's got one play from the 35-yard line. We'll see if they want to do anything fancy here, if they're just going to send it to the locker room. They only got 1 second, so we get one snap and then halftime. We'll see if Houston wants to do anything. High risk, high reward. Potentially here. Final play of the first half, and they just hand it off. Chubb shouldering down Seahawks as he's brought down to close out the first half of play. Entertaining start. Houston with an 8-point lead on the road in Seattle. Couple offensive touchdowns, couple passing touchdowns for C.J. Stroud, and a defensive touchdown, the difference in this one. It's the start of the second half here in Seattle. Seahawks trail by 8 here at home over the Houston Texans. The scoop and score touchdown by the Houston defense, the difference in this game right now. And another big factor in this game, Jackson Smith-Njigba, no targets, no catches. Start of the second half, Seahawks will start with the football, and we are back underway here from the Emerald City. It's Young from the 6-yard line. Big return here out across the 40. And he's shoved out of bounds by the kicker at midfield. So a big return by Seattle to start off the second half, and they've got a short field in front of them. Here comes Sam Darnold. Decent first half for him. Not really any stats to come off the paper. He's over 100 yards throwing. No catches, though, for Jackson Smith-Njigba. We'll see if they want to get him going to start the second half. Trailing by 8, the Seahawks with a short field. Start off with Walker, and he gets stuffed after getting just across the line of scrimmage. Second down and 8 here for Seattle. Walker again, left side, and a good open field tackle because there was a lot of room for Walker to maneuver if he got away from that tackle. Now third down coming up. Edge of field goal range here for Seattle. Third down and 3 at the 42-yard line. Darnold looking, fires, caught, dropped. Wow, Horton could have had the first down, and instead he drops it. And now decision time here for Seattle, kind of in no man's land. That's a huge drop by Torrey Horton. And they're going to go for it here on 4th and 3 from the 42-yard line. Smith and Jigba lines up at the top of your screen. Darnold on 4th down, stands in, pocket breaking down, fires wide open. Torrey Horton inside the 20, and a 4th down conversion takes it into the red zone for Seattle. What a find there by Sam Darnold. And he finds the rookie receiver Torrey Horton for a huge 4th down play. He was all alone. So a 1st down to the 18-yard line now for Seattle. First down at the 18, play action. Darnold, the shovel pass to Arroyo, and he takes it down to the 13-yard line and a pickup of 5. That was fancy. Second and 5 now here for Seattle at the 13-yard line. It's Walker. Big hit. Anderson, who had the scoop and score touchdown earlier. Big hit on Walker, brings up 3rd down and 4 here for Seattle. Third and 4 at the 12-yard line here for the Seahawks. Darnold, screen Walker, he's going backwards. Rankins read it the whole way, and it's 4th down, and Seattle's not going to go for it this time. Here comes Myers out. Good job by the Houston defense. Jason Myers comes out trying to make it a 5-point game. From the 16-yard line, extra point basically, and it's good. Another field goal for Jason Myers, his 3rd. And it's 21-16, Seattle inching closer. Jason Myers on to send this one away. From inside the 5. And short of the 25. Good coverage by Seattle. And now here comes C.J. Stroud and company for their first drive of the second half. Their lead has been trimmed down to 5 points. 21-16 our score. First down, Houston starting at the 23-yard line for their first drive of the 3rd quarter. And they started off with Chubb, who cuts it back and gets brought down at the 25-yard line by Jobe. Gain of 3 on 1st down. So Nick Chubb had a pretty good first half for Houston. C.J. Stroud, a couple of passing touchdowns. 3 touchdowns in that first half for Houston, 1 of them coming defensively. 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line. Marks in the game. He gets the call. Marks breaks a tackle and gets brought down a yard short. So now 3rd down and 1 on the way here for Houston. Third down and a yard here for Houston. 3rd down and a long yard. They hand it off, and driving through Julian Love for a first down is Nick Chubb. Just shouldered him down, and a first down for Houston keeps the drive going. We've seen a lot of lowering of the shoulder in this game by both of these running backs. Hard hitting, and a first down run there for Nick Chubb quiets this crowd for a moment. First down at the 35-yard line. Here's Chubb again. Going to slash his way through, and he has nothing up the middle. Maybe a yard as he's brought down at the 36-yard line. Second down and 9 after the 1-yard run by Nick Chubb. Marks back in at running back and in motion. They empty the backfield for Stroud. On second down, over the middle, Schultz, the tight end, spinning his way into Seahawks territory to the 45. And a first down for Dalton Schultz on his first catch of the game.
First down, Texans.
And Houston's on the move. First down at the 45-yard line. Here's Chubb, right side. Barrel backwards. Big hit by Ernest Jones. And it's second down after no gain.
Brings up second and 10 on the Seahawks 45-yard line.
Second down and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Stroud over the middle, dropped. Dalton Schultz right in his hands, and he couldn't bring it in. And now third down and 10 is staring at the Texans offense. Third down and 10 at the 45. Big play. Stroud stands in. No one open. Stroud on the move, throws, and incomplete. Seattle's defense with the stand, and it's fourth down. Great coverage downfield by the Seahawks secondary. Townsend on to punt it away here for Houston. Angle towards the sideline and out of bounds at the 13-yard line. And that's where Seattle will begin, trailing by 5. They've trailed throughout this game. They've trailed by 11 at one point in this one, trying to claw their way back in. They're back within 5. And if they can go down and score a touchdown, they have a chance to take their first lead of the game. Starting at the 13-yard line here for the Seahawks, and we have yet still to see Jackson Smith and Jigba. He lines up at the top of your screen. First down, Seattle. Zach Charbonnet in the game at running back now. And he gets it. Charbonnet, good tackle. Al Shire brings him down. Pickup of 2 for Charbonnet, who has the only touchdown on the board for Seattle. 1 touchdown and 3 field goals, the 16 points for Seattle. Second down and 8. Walker back in. He gets it. Left side, big hole. Kenneth Walker nearly broke it. But a good run and a first down to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
First down at the 26-yard line now here for Seattle. Good run by Walker. He's still in. Extra tight end in. They give it to Walker again. Right side this time, and he gets stood up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard for Kenneth Walker. Good play there defensively by Houston.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Second down and 9 at the 27. Empty backfield now here for Darnold. 4-man rush. Darnold stands in, steps up, gonna run. Darnold takes contact across the 30. Al Shire brings him down, pickup of 6, and third down and 4 on the way, and Darnold a little slow to get up. Third and 4 at the 32. Darnold stands in, Darnold running. Darnold first down across the 40. The speedster, Sam Darnold, doing it again. First down. And here we go. And he's pumped up about it. Trying to get these 12s in it. First down and 10. Here's Walker. Not a whole lot there up the middle. Gain of maybe a yard for Kenneth Walker, who's had his moments in this game. And Seattle looking to put together a good drive here. They're right about 7 yards away from the midfield stripe at the 43-yard line. 2nd and 9. Walker again, brought down in the backfield. Good play by Hunter. And a loss of 4 brings up 3rd down and 13. So now Seattle back behind the chains. 3rd down and 13. Smith and Jigba lines up at the top of your screen. We have yet to call his name still as we're approaching the end of the 3rd. 3rd down and 13. Darnold stands in, fires, pass dropped, incomplete. It would have been a tough effort to get to the first down anyway. Petrie, the coverage on, I believe that was Cooper Kupp. And it's 4th down. And Seattle will have to punt it away. So Michael Dixon on to punt it away. Promising start to the drive goes for naught. Seattle punting. Dixon gets it away. Over his head. Stops dead inside the 5. And at the 1-yard line is where it stops. What a punt by Michael Dixon. Inside the 1, just outside the goal line. And now Seattle's defense got to be salivating right now as C.J. Stroud and company comes out. From inside the 1, you can't get any closer to the goal line. They hand it off to the up man, just trying to get him some breathing room, and he gets to about the 3-yard line. You got to be careful here if you're Houston. Seattle's defense, with their backs against the wall. If you throw, you got to be wary of the penalties in the end zone. You got to be wary of the Seattle pass rush. 2nd and 7 from the 3. They are going to throw it quickly to the outside. It's caught, and a good play by Witherspoon to shove him out. And it's 3rd down from the 7-yard line. A little bit more breathing room for Houston, but still back inside their own 10. Third down and 3, back at their own 7. Stroud fires to the outside, overshoots, incomplete. So now 4th down. And there's not a whole lot of room to punt either. Ernest Jones, the coverage on Nick Chubb downfield. And now Seattle probably bring the house, you would have to imagine, on this punt from the end zone. And if they don't get home, Seattle should start with pretty good field position. So Townsend will punt it out of his own end zone. Got to be careful here. Good protection up front, gets the punt away. Good punt. Fielded inside the 40 by Horton, and he takes it just shy of midfield before he's upended. So a short field in front of Seattle again. Kenneth Walker, 15 carries, 46 yards. Not crazy. He has been known for the dramatics, though. He's had a couple good runs in this game, but still trying to get him fully going is the Seahawks offense. They've got a short field in front of them, trailing by 5 in the final minute of the 3rd. First down at 10 at the 49-yard line. Start off the drive with Walker. And a solid run into Houston territory for Walker. Pickup of 6 on first down to the 45. And we're under a minute to go here in the 3rd. Under center is Darnold again from the 45. Walker again. Good tackle. Hunter makes the tackle. 3rd down and 2 on the way here for Seattle. They're on the edge of field goal range right here for Jason Myers. They also do not have to snap this one again before the end of the 3rd if they so choose. Final seconds tick down to the 3rd. See if Seattle snaps it here. 3rd down and 2. And they will not. 3rd down and 2 on the other side. To the 4th quarter we go in a 5-point game. Seattle with the ball, trailing 21-16. Start of the 4th quarter from Lumen Field in Seattle. The Seahawks have a 3rd down and 2 on the way. Kind of in no man's land here. Might be 4 down territory, trailing by 5, depending on the results of this play. We flip sides of the field, facing the other directions now. 3rd down and 2, and an empty backfield here for Darnold. Darnold on the move, throws on the run, pass is caught, and guess who? Jackson Smith Njigba, his first catch of the game, starts the 4th quarter, gets a roar from the crowd, and the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So we waited 3 quarters for Smith Njigba to get a touch, and he does it on the first play of the 4th quarter. First down, Seattle at the 33. Walker, left side. First through the initial wave and gets to the 25. Innovate on first down. Cooper Kupp was out in front blocking. Second down and 2. This is where Seattle loves to run a bootleg. They hand it off instead, and Walker drives his way across the 20-yard line, and a first down into the red zone. Seattle trails by 5 here early in the 4th, and they are putting together a good-looking drive here. Remember, they started with the short field after their defense got the stop down near the goal line. Now they're trying to go down and potentially take the lead with a touchdown. Trips receivers to the right on first down and 10. Darnold underneath to Arroyo. And Arroyo takes it inside the 15-yard line and a pickup of 7. Good play on first down. Second down and 3 here for Seattle. Here's a screen to Horton. Blockers in front. Touchdown, Seattle. And they take the lead for the first time tonight. Torrey Horton, the rookie. What a block on the outside. They had a couple receivers out there. It was Cooper Kupp and Smith Njigba blocking for Torrey Horton. And the Seahawks jump in front for the first time in this game. And now they might go for 2 to try to make it a 3-point game. They're going to go for 2 to try to make it a 3-point game. They empty the backfield and spread everybody out. Now Walker comes back into it. And they give it to him. Walker is fighting forward but short. And Houston with a stand on the 2-point conversion, and Seattle keeps their lead at 1. Good effort there by Walker on the outside. Didn't get a block he needed from Arroyo there. If he got that block, he would have been in. Kenneth Walker stopped short, but the Seahawks do take the lead 22-21 with 12:27 to go in the 4th. Jason Myers on to send this one away. From the 5. Out across the 25 before he gets barreled backwards. So here comes C.J. Stroud and company. No points here in the second half thus far. And they trail for the first time tonight by a single point. 22-21 our score. Seahawks jump in front. We'll see what the Texans have up their sleeve. First down, Houston started the drive at the 26. And they started off with Chubb. Breaking tackles and then got his feet taken out after a pickup of 3 to the 29-yard line. So Nick Chubb kind of in the same area as Kenneth Walker on the other side. He's looked good tonight, but not great. Meaning these defenses have given up some chunk plays to these running backs, but the yardage isn't quite there all the time. Second and 7 at the 29-yard line. Here's Stroud. Standing in underneath to Chubb, and he gets brought down immediately. And third down and 5 is on the way. Big third down in this game. Just over 11 minutes to go here in the fourth. Third down and 5 here for Houston. 4-man rush. Stroud stands in, steps up, can run it, and he's brought down short. Sandwiched at the 35, and Knight was the first guy there for the Seahawks. And fourth down in their own territory might result in a punt here. So Seattle's defense gets the stop they needed. Townsend on to punt it away. High end over end kick. Fielded at the 14. Horton to the 25. So here comes Sam Darnold and company. They take the lead on their last time with a touchdown pass to Torrey Horton. Now with a 1-point lead, 10:20 to go in the fourth, a chance to extend their lead. First down, Seattle, 1-point lead, 10:20 to go in the fourth. Charbonnet in at running back. Flip it to him. Charbonnet to the near side, down the sideline. Big start to the drive for Zach Charbonnet to the 46-yard line, and a first down for Seattle. It's that 1-2 punch, Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. And a great start to the drive. Seattle approaching midfield. Under 10 minutes to go in the fourth. Walker back in at running back. Fake it to him. Darnold. Over the middle. Caught. Cooper Kupp. Near the midfield stripe. Gain of 5 on first down. So still only one catch for Smith and Jigba. It started the fourth quarter. So we'll see if Seattle wants to throw the ball his way or if they want to keep it on the ground. Second and 5 at the 49-yard line. Walker tried to cut it back, and he meets a wall. No gain on the play. Now a big third down coming up for the Houston defense. Nine minutes and counting here in the fourth, and a huge third down on the way for both of these teams. And they're going to empty the backfield for Darnold. Walker splits out wide as a receiver at the top of your screen. This is Smith and Jigba who comes into the backfield, and they throw it his way. Smith and Jigba makes a man miss on a first down. Just his second catch, and it's a huge third down conversion for Seattle.
That's good for a Seattle Seahawks. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First down at 10 at the 39-yard line. Straight drop back, Darnold. No one open. And now throws it away. He could have ran that for a few yards, but he decides to throw it out of bounds. Clock stops, 8:04 to go here in the fourth. Second and 10 at the 39-yard line. 1 point lead for the Seahawks. Darnold. Incomplete, dangerous pass. Third down. Clock stops again. 8 minutes to go. Third down and 10 and another big play. They're on the edge of field goal range for Jason Myers, which would make it a 4-point game. Third down and 10. Darnold. Good protection up front. Fires a dart and it's caught. Smith and Jigba. First down inside the 30. And now he's finally coming to life here in the fourth quarter. His third catch, a 14-yard pickup and a first down for the Seahawks. He's got 24 yards receiving on this drive. Approaching the halfway point of this fourth quarter now. Seattle on the move to the 26-yard line. Walker cuts it back, lowers his shoulder and fights his way inside the 20. Pickup of 7 on first down for Ken Walker. And Seattle just methodically marching the field right now, looking to extend their 1-point lead. Field goal makes it a 4-point game. Touchdown and an extra point would make it an 8-point game. Second and 3, under 7 to play. Walker again makes the man miss. Tried to bounce it to the outside, and he gets brought down for a loss. Third down again on the way for Seattle.
It's third down and 5.
Third down and 5. They go under center at the 20-yard line. They bring an extra tight end in. They go play action. Darnold is dumped. Huge play for Houston. It's Hunter who gets home for the sack, and it's fourth down. They tried the bootleg, and Houston wasn't fooled. So now we're going to be under 6 minutes with a field goal attempt from Myers to make it a 4-point game, which would make Houston need to score a touchdown. They have been shut out here in the second half to this point. Jason Myers on to try to make it a 4-point game for the Seahawks. 45 yards out for Myers, right in the middle of the field. And Myers is good with 5.5 to go here in the fourth. 4-point game for the Seahawks. Five and a half to go here in the fourth quarter. 25-21 Seahawks giving the ball back to Houston in a 4-point game from the 3-yard line. Good coverage by Seattle. So here comes C.J. Stroud and company. 5:27 to go here in the fourth. 4-point Seahawks lead. They've been shut out here in the second half. Looking to put together a drive here. A touchdown gives them the lead. They need one, trailing by 4. First down and 10, started the drive at the 21-yard line. Handoff Chubb left side. And Chubb barrels his way across the 25-yard line, pick up a 4 on first down. Empty backfield here for Stroud on second down and 6. Under 5 minutes to go now. Stroud sets up a screen for Christian Kirk, who gets away, and Christian Kirk takes it up the sideline to the 40-yard line, and a good play for Houston. First down. First down up to the 40-yard line after the big play to Christian Kirk. Play action. Stroud sets up deep in the pocket. Wanted to take a shot downfield. Now has to pull it out and throw it away. Hall was very close to a sack and forces the incompletion with 4 minutes to go. Second down. Second and 10 at the 40-yard line. 4 minutes to go. Stroud, quick hitter, caught. Collins sets up third down and short. Third down and 3 on the way here for Houston. And a big play upcoming for both of these teams. Need to get to the midfield stripe to move the chains on third down and 3. Stroud to the outside, caught for a first down, and that's Christian Kirk working on Tariq Woolen. And Houston takes it into Seahawks territory as we approach the 3-minute mark to go here in the fourth. Just a simple out route, and Woolen was nowhere near Christian Kirk there. First down and 10 at the 44. Drive continues. We're under 3 minutes to go. Play action to Chubb. Stroud hit as he throws. It's a wobbler that's incomplete. Looking for Collins, and DeMarcus Lawrence was there defensively in the backfield at C.J. Stroud. Second down. 2:43 to go. Second and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's a screen to Chubb. Blockers in front. And Chubb gets a first down inside the 35. And here comes Houston as we approach the 2-minute warning. Just methodically going down the field on this Seahawks defense. Houston does not have to snap this before the 2-minute warning. See if they do here, though. They do. And they hand it off. Chubb brought down by Lawrence. Gain of 3. 2-minute warning to go. 4-point Seahawks lead. Houston on the move here late in the fourth quarter. Opposite side of the 2-minute warning. Second and 7. They hand it off and a big hit. DeMarcus Lawrence, and now third down and 7. Clock continues to tick down. Third down and 7. They've got 2 plays to get 7 yards. Stroud quickly, incomplete. It's fourth down. Witherspoon the coverage for Seattle. And now a huge play, biggest play of the night for both of these teams on the way, 4th and 7. Need to get to the 22-yard line. 4th down and 7. Empty backfield for Stroud. And on 4th down, Stroud steps up, floats it to the end zone. Jump ball, knocked away, incomplete. Seattle takes over. Minute 29 to go. And the Seahawks defense with a 4th down stop. So a minute 29 to go. Houston still has all 3 timeouts, so they're still not out of it just yet, are the Seahawks. A first down will end the game, though. But Houston can make some stops, get the ball back. They can burn all 3 of their timeouts. They just need to stop Seattle from getting 10 yards. Minute 29 to go. First down, Seahawks. Game in their hands if they can come through. It's Walker. Big hit. Dropped at the 30-yard line. Timeout right away for Houston. Minute 26 to go. With 2 timeouts remaining for Houston. Seattle just needs 1 first down to put this game away. 2nd down and 9. They go shotgun here, but you have to imagine this is going to Walker again, and it does. Walker breaking a tackle, but then quickly brought down. Timeout Houston. 3rd down on the way. Minute 21 to go. Houston still with a timeout left. 3rd down and 8. Does Seattle dare to throw the ball to try to put this game away? Wow, they go empty backfield here. They're trying to put him away right here. 3rd down and 8. Darnold looking. Darnold sacked. Timeout Houston. And they're still alive. They get the stop they needed. It's 4th down. So 1:17 to go. Seattle will punt. They have one of the best punters in the NFL in Michael Dixon. He's going to try to get some hang time and try to pin him back as far as he can. But Houston will have one more crack at it. Gets it away clean. Fielded at the 21-yard line. The return is good. And he gets all the way up to the 40. So C.J. Stroud 60 yards away. 1:08 to go. No timeouts for Houston. They need a touchdown. Let's see what C.J. Stroud's got here against this Seahawks defense that has shut him out here in the second half. .108 to go, no timeouts, 60 yards away. On 1st down, Stroud, quick hitter. Schultz had to come back for it, and he's going to get brought down after a pickup of just 4. Stroud did not hit him in stride there, which cost him some yardage. And the clock ticks down, under a minute to go. Texans back up to the ball, 45 seconds and counting. 2nd and 6. Taking a lot of time off the clock here. Down under 40 seconds. Finally get the snap away. It's a quick throw to Collins, and it's a 1st down to Collins. But now the clock continues to tick. We're down to 30 seconds and counting. You got to get up and spike the ball if you're Houston. Wasting a lot of time. We're down under 25 seconds to go here in the 4th. We're down to 20 seconds, and they're not even up to the ball yet. 17 seconds to go. They're going shotgun. They snap it at 14. Another quick throw underneath. It's going to be a 1st down, but I don't think they have time. Horrible clock management once again. And the Seahawks are going to hang on and win this one. 25-21, the final score. There's horrible clock management at the end. And Houston falls. Seattle gets their 5th win of the year. They move to 5-2. And a Monday night win here in the Emerald City. They shut out the Texans in the second half. Sam Darnold with a touchdown throw to Torrey Horton that gave them the lead. And they didn't look back. Seahawks take it by 4, 25-21. The final score here on a Monday night.